For the benefit of our guests, let me give you a preview of today's program. You'll be witnessing a three-part spectacle. First is the table topics, also known as the impromptu speech. Next is the prepared speeches. And third is the evaluation portion. Before I call on our technical evaluators to introduce their roles, allow me to briefly talk about our club and Toastmasters International. Mystic Culture began its beautiful journey on October 12, 2014. And if you're doing the math, you know that we are going to celebrate our birthday or anniversary, 7th anniversary next month. Hooray! And because of this, our resident certified author, Lola Quentosera, Toastmaster Amy Pagdanganan,
You
My
know,
will,
goodness.
will give away all her books and royalties, plus her virtual buildings. Hooray!
yay!
Yay! Also, our beloved distinguished
Oh my
Toastmaster, Rina
gosh.
Tiangco,
Thank you.
who's so lethargic, we always tell her to show some energy. We'll put up Mr. A for adoption. And, and lastly, our ever baby face looking distinguished Toastmaster Erica Elagan Asa will provide us with an endless supply of gyoza. Hooray! Hooray! But kidding aside, we gladly invite you to share this momentous event with us next month. We do hope you'll be there. Now, Mystic Culture. Okay, hold on. What? What about Mystic Culture? Mystic Culture has become stronger. And we also achieved a president's distinguished club status, thanks to the hard work of the previous leadership. How about that for a round of applause? Thank you. And Mystic Culture is one of the 16,600 plus clubs in the world. And all these clubs originate from a man named Ralph Schmedley. You know, my clueless boyfriend, who in 1905 held the very first unofficial meeting of Toastmasters with his colleagues at YMCA in Illinois, USA. After 115 years, one club has seeded thousands of other clubs and hordes of people overcoming their setbacks for the greatest comeback. Thank you. And now that you know a little bit about Toastmasters, I'd like to call on our technical evaluators to introduce the roles. Let me start with the grammarian. Grammarian, please come in. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
I'm Joan Adrian and I'm your grammarian or the language evaluator too. My role is to record the good use and bad use of language, or as they say, the germs and gems of language. Examples of gems would be well-structured sentences or meaningful expressions or idioms. Examples of bad use of language or germs are the common errors in grammar as well as mispronunciation. Back to you, TME. Thank you very much, Joan Adrian. You're such a beautiful creature. Nobody can deny. All right. Next is our counter. Counter, if you're ready, please take it away. All right, VP says, do we have an counter tonight or
Yes,
it,
for our encounter, that will be Toastmaster Hermel if she's already in the room. Okay,
to,
okay.
is she
Toastmaster
here?
Hermel, we are asking for your presence.
I don't think she is here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will take over for Toastmaster
Okay.
Hermel while she's not yet in. So, the role of the encounter, you're asking TME?
Yes, please.
Yes, the accounter will be monitoring the usage of each speaker's uh, verbal or word crutches, like our uh, like that, the and the unnecessary pauses. So please beware of using those unnecessary words. Back to you, TME.
Thank you very much. Our on-demand counter. And last is our timer. I believe our timer is also here. Am I correct, VP says?
Yes, she's here. First time to take the role of the timer.
All right. I believe it's our youngest aside from me. She is a Toastmaster Gwen. Take it away, Toastmaster Gwen.
I'm, s- I'm so sorry. I was a bit laggy. Okay. Is my is my camera on? Because I can't really see.
It's off.
Oh, darn it. Okay, so I'm just gonna introduce myself with it off. Okay, so hi, I'm okay, it's gone. Hi, I'm Team Gwen, and I'm going to be the timer for tonight for this evening. So we have okay, just I think it. I'm just gonna cover this up. So we have this for so we have green for you're and on time, and we have yellow for a warning that you are almost overtime. And we have red, that means that you are overtime, so you have to stop talking. And yeah.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Gwen. I know it's your first time, and that's all right because here in Toastmasters, we always learn by doing things. So just to make things much clearer, so
I'm so
if you
sorry.
hit,
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay, Toastmaster Gwen. So if you hit the 1 minute mark, uh, before the 1 minute, if you hit the 1 minute mark, your light or your color will be green. And then if you hit the 2 minute mark, your light or your color will be yellow. And then if you go beyond 2 minutes, your light or color will be red. That's for table topics. Thank you. All right, so thank you very much, tag team, for such an energetic introduction of your role. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about giving them a round of applause? Thank you. Now on to the theme of tonight's meeting. The greatest comeback. 3 words. So simple, yet so motivational. Upon learning of this theme, I immediately remembered my twinnie, Pia Wurtzbach. She's a tenacious of a woman, isn't she? After failing 3 times in a beauty pageant, she finally won the coveted Miss Universe crown in 2015, which was almost stolen from her by Miss Colombia. But because She is assiduous, and she's a paragon of grace under pressure. She didn't let that setback prevent her greatest comeback. Fellow Toastmasters and our lovely guests, what is your greatest comeback? Let me call on two participants to answer the question. I will start with our coach, Rina Tiangco. Coach Rina?
Yes. Yes. Is there a question?
Yes, Coach Rina. Question is, what is your greatest comeback?
My greatest comeback is being in our motherland, Philippines, because I lived in Japan twice. I lived in the States for 2 years. But every time I come back, I feel that I'm very much a Filipino and that I want to be part of the society who gives service. One way of giving service is by teaching others to be good in their communication skills, as I am a teacher. And part of giving service are doing volunteer missions, taking it up to the mountains and teaching small kids. So it's always been a giving service that makes me feel that it's a great comeback. After I've lived in a foreign country,
Yeah.
I've learned the culture, and being on time to me is also one of the greatest lessons that I've doing, which means that I apply all the lessons that I've learned. And so being back in the Philippines to me is one of the greatest comeback. I didn't see the timer.
It's okay, Toastmaster Rina. This is not yet the table topics portion. So I know you're that competitive, but thank you for showing us that your love language is actually service. Thank you for that. Now, last, I will call on one of our guests tonight, Sir Mike Laksa. If you can indulge with me for a bit, sir, can you
Yes,
turn on
sir.
your camera and your mic?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Right. So, sir, what is your greatest comeback?
My greatest comeback? I haven't really thought of it yet, but now thinking about it, my greatest comeback is was the time when we uh, got our place back. So
Mm,
uh, for a time we went on to live with my in-laws for a year to fix up some problems. And then after that time, we were able to take our house back. So that is for me my greatest comeback.
okay. Thank you, Sir Mike. As they say, there's no place like home, and home is where the heart is. Good job. Thank you for sharing your heart to us, Sir Mike. Okay, and I know that you love looking at my face and my beautiful crown, but I don't want to prolong your agony. So I will now pass on the baton to the table topics master. Table topics master Erica Ilagan, take it away.
Thank you.